It is increasingly the case that, at least anecdotally, we are hearing Trump supporters or former Trump supporters calling into different shows and telling their story of why they're fed up with Trump. But I want to play for you this clip and then talk about some of what is referenced in it. But you have someone who identifies himself as a Republican and someone who voted for Trump, but saying that Trump has just taken the country in the wrong direction. Now, Trump did give us a map scribbled in Sharpie, exactly the direction he was taking the country, and people voted for him for some reason. But that's yesterday's debate. Today I say, welcome, Tennessee caller. Welcome to the resistance.
When are the people of the United States of America going to start standing up for God? Do you think that our Lord wants these children to be starving? And Mr. Trump, I am so very disappointed in you. I voted for you, and you have just turned us into a bunch of hateful, mean, horrible people. And it's just, I know we've got too many immigrants in this country, but my goodness, we don't have to be mean to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's making the right point, kind of. We don't technically have too many. We just need to have lawful immigration. We don't have too many raw numbers immigrants. But she's saying we're being too mean. But there's just something so quaint about, but my goodness, we don't need to be so mean to them. Yes. But you remember when Trump held up that sign that said, be mean to the immigrants? Essentially, that was his sign. Mass deportations now.
Goodness, we don't have to be mean to them. That's not what this country is built on. I probably won't be here for the next election. But my goodness, I'll never, ever vote Republican, and I've been voting for 80 years. I don't know. This country's just going in the wrong direction. It just saddens my heart.
Yeah, and before getting to some stories that substantiate what she's saying, there is reason to believe that Trump is wildly unpopular because he is.
Trump and the average of polls on inflation. Oh my goodness gracious, minus 45 points. I never thought I'd see the day, especially this early on in the Trump administration. The issue that in large part got him elected is at this point the issue more so than any other that is dragging him down. If this is what we have on midterm day come 2026, I can promise you this. The Republican majority in the House, you can wave adios amigos, goodbye to it, because Republicans simply put can't win with this.
I love Harry Hinton. It's so good. So good. Now, This is dark, okay? We've been having a lot of fun this show, but this is rather serious. You have headlines like this, to the caller's point, quote, "You have no rights, you're amigo. Teenage U.S. citizen secretly recorded his ICE arrest." I don't know if I'll play the video, but you have an 18-year-old American citizen secretly recorded his violent ICE arrest in May, capturing officers declaring he has no rights, as his friends were pinned to the ground, choked, and tasered. And then, speaking of people who who do have rights, but our government hasn't acted like it, The Advocate reports on gay makeup artist Andre Hernandez Romero describes horrific sexual and physical abuse at the CCOT in El Salvador. So when the Trump administration, for the sake of a photo op, grabbed up with little to no regard of who they were, if they had a criminal record, if they even had entered the country illegally, it was just total mayhem. Grabbed up people like Andrew here, who was a lawful asylum seeker who had a very strong claim, was living by all we can tell lawfully in the United States, law abiding, and was grabbed up against the ruling of the court and sent to this El Salvadoran prison. and what we're learning about how they were treated there, innocent people, makes me speechless, as you saw there. I have a hard time finding the right word for how to describe it. And let me show you some of what Andrew said after they did a prisoner swap that included prisoners from the El Salvadoran prison going back to Venezuela. And let me refresh this and then click play. Let's see.
Me cacharon y me llevaron para isla y abusaron de mí. Me colocaron a hacerle sexo oral a un oficial.
So he said he was raped. He was forced to do oral sex on an officer.
Entre tres oficiales agarraban los rolos y me los pasaban por mis partes íntimas y para mí eso fue demasiado devastador.
He's talking about being, just for our podcast listeners, I'll intermittently translate. He was saying that he was being beaten with batons.
Integridad como ser humano, como persona de la comunidad, bajo al piso, los dos primeros escalones del
And this is someone else who was also there describing their experience.
avión. Yo no los toqué, a mí me lanzaron. Me agarran los policías de El Salvador y empiezan a pegarme. Y me montan en el autobús y ahí me arrodillan y dándome con el rolo me dice, de aquí vas a salir a los 90 años.
So discussing how he was being beat and told you're not going to leave until you're 90 years old. So that was the plan, right? Without any due process, without, in some of these individual cases, any evidence of criminality. Just a tattoo or a look or a mistaken identity. Being told you're going to stay here until you die while you're being sexually and physically assaulted.
Ahí yo de verdad me perdí. Nos bajan, yo le digo al oficial que yo soy discapacitado visual y que se me están cayendo los lentes y él de un puño me los rompe. Ahí se me hincha el pómulo. Y de ahí adelante...
So a specific anecdote about telling the officer that he, has visual impairment. He's wearing glasses, and the officer, I guess, punches his glasses on his face.
La golpiza que nos dieron fue impresionante. Nos desnudaron, nos golpearon desnudos. Pero que puedes esperar de un sitio donde hay guardias.
And then talking about how they were stripped naked, beaten naked, and he witnessed the guards taking drugs. And we did this. We did this. Trump was promising to put the worst of the worst criminals in some secure prison, and instead he grabbed up innocent people because of tattoos, because of Tom Homan's inability to discern between people. And there's no acknowledgement. I mean, these people, the ones that can prove their innocence and should have had the chance to make that argument in court, which is why we have due process, should have the craziest lawsuit ever. But I don't know what's going to happen there. You can share your thoughts in the comments on that one.